intro music, like ESPN. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, so my name is Amanda Latham from Man-O-War Marine. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is where we're based. Where are you from, AJ?
Lake Havasu.
Nice.
Barrett Custom Marine, we mostly do service, we do some re-rigging, some custom rigging, upgrading, playing with setups. So how was it growing up in the industry?
As a kid, my parents actually kept me out of the spotlight, and they always said that they didn't want me to pursue this industry. And I think it's because they saw the great times and the dark times of the industry. And so I was never actually pushed or prodded to go in this direction. I actually graduated with a degree in neuroscience and was going to be a neuroscientist to study Alzheimer's prevention. I realized I didn't want to go in the direction of neuroscience, and I started working at my family business. And it wasn't until I begged and pleaded my dad to let me go to T&T, and I watched my dad's brain work in action, and I realized that we had a lot in common at that moment. No more psychology. Marine industry is for me.
That's awesome. This industry, truly, the things that we're playing with, there's not even a book that's written for it. They're trying to write it, but it's not written.
So it sounds like everything's been working out, though, for you as far as, taking the path that you've done and growing to where you are now. I mean, you've been in business for 12 years. Thank God, I just celebrated my 3rd year. So we're not worlds apart, but, similarities in many ways.
I realized as a business, working on all the custom stuff and being able to keep that all running wasn't really what I wanted to do. And I wanted to push more to the Mercury, where you actually have something you can look up. Hey, I need this part. Okay, well, I go to their website, you look up their part, you find the part number, find out, if they're available or not, and then, get it coming. So obviously the tech support is huge, and that's where you have your relationships. Last year at Lotto, had a guy come up to me, he's like, I'm Chris from Mercury, and I'm like, Chris? And he's like, yeah, we've been talking on the phone for 15 years, and I'm like, oh, wow. Never met the guy, it was always a voice, and whenever I called the tech support, even before my dealership, I'd always call, and then I got to have a rapport with this guy. So, all right, hey man, I want to ask for Chris. This guy knows I'm not an idiot, so we can talk this out,
Right.
So I don't have somebody just talking to me. It's like, all right, well, did you check this? Did you check that? But your background with 7 Rain, obviously switching over to the V12s, it's kind of like you took one baby and now you're making it into another one and creating something else.
Yeah, I am absolutely honored, almost speechless to have been given this opportunity. I started out as a one-woman show, and no shame, I'll admit it, I started out at the back of my 2015 Lexus IS 350. She's lowered, she's got a nice carbon fiber accent kit, so blackout kit, so at least I was stylish, but I had to do what I had to do to survive and grow, and I had no idea where that path would take me. I literally, like Bon Jovi said, I was living on a prayer. I had a 150-pound Milwaukee pack-out toolbox. I called it my custom luggage that went in the back of my IS 350. And I got fortunate that Volvo Penta gave me the opportunity to become a 7 dealer or 7 service center. And that's kind of what got the ball rolling. And I always wanted to come to Mercury, but I didn't think I'd have to come as quickly as I did. Fortunately, I guess my reputation spread, through the industry, because everybody said, "Do you see that redhead that's working on the engines?" So I was kind of a walking advertisement, as some people would say.
Yeah,
and
I
didn't
stand out a little bit.
Yeah. And I'd always go to the marinas, and they'd all kind of laugh and look at the car, and then I'd de-rig an entire quad-engine boat by myself with only the help of one guy on the forklift, and they'd just be like, "Who is this?"
Right. Oh yeah.
But hopefully we can all get together again soon, and maybe even go to a boat race, and you guys can show me a thing or two about throttling.
You're more than welcome anytime in our pits. Obviously you know the product also, and you're more than welcome to join us.